What's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of Pat Taste Performance. Today in the driveway is a lot of we're a little divided right now. So, two-part video. This is going to be a Frakentractor update, plus our fourth tractor we picked up this season to fix and flip. So this thing definitely 110% is a Frakentractor. I think we know this, but the plot thickens. The surgery gets a little bit more complicated. Now I remember that you guys are talking about, and I was talking about because I was researching, because I'm going crazy over this thing, is that this thing is multiple mowers. More than two. Okay, this is an LT3000. And the belt for this, I think, is 1/2 inch by 95. I just picked up a Craftsman LT2000, which I think you guys seen on the community post, okay? That is not hydrostatic. That is, do you have to shift gears, I think? On that one, yeah, you have to shift gears, okay? The belt is the same, 1/2 inch by 95. It's crazy. Part numbers match. I ordered the 1/2 inch belt by 95 for this because this belt is shot and it's way too big. So I measured it 1/2 inch by 80 to 83. They can only give me the 80 belt. The 82 and the 83 will be here on Tuesday. Let me freaking tell you something. Belts are expensive. If you go through the route that I did, I went through the Sears website, because I'm an idiot. I didn't think to see the decal here, okay? And I took that part number I went on eBay. It was like $8.95 plus tax, shipped to my front door. Let's just say 10 bucks. Now, go to the local repair shop to measure the belts. It's basically 38 bucks. I'm sorry, 28 or, how about this? 30 bucks a belt, basically. And they said, listen, whatever you don't use, just return. I'm like, you damn right. Because I could just go on eBay and order all 3 size belts and fight with people after that, you know, or Amazon. This is also, oh, that's right, I also wanted to, so once this belt situation is figured out, this thing is done. I'm not sure what I want to do with the hood. And I'll go into more in depth about what my buddy Brian did to this tractor to make it whole, which I'm very, very grateful for. But that'll just be at the final reveal. And here's another thing that aggravated me a little bit. And I don't understand why the eBay seller didn't put this in their auction, because it threw me for a pickle. I'm all over the place today. This is a Bluetooth battery tester that was sent to us by mistake a couple years ago. And I just started using it because I'm having problems. This thing is awesome. I'm probably gonna do a review video on this, but I just gotta do some more testing. I'm not gonna be one of those guys who does a review video and then it's a piece of stuff a couple months later. Nah, we don't do that. We don't sell out. All right, so I think I ended up throwing that out, but you know me, things have to look and run as good as they do, especially when you wanna get top dollar. So, I call them a chute. On tractors, they're deflectors. I don't know why. They're different, okay? It was cracked, and it was missing a chunk out of here, which I think seems to be like a very common problem. I guess people are just hitting their Belgian blocks, you know? And that's what's sending it sideways and cracking and break. I can't sell it like that. So, when you go on the internet, there are 2 listings, generally. They have a picture with just the side chute, and then they have a picture with the hardware. well, I have the hardware. I just need the chute, deflector, whatever. You don't understand what I'm saying? So it's a couple bucks more for the one with the hardware. So I'm like, all right, forget it. So I ordered the cheapest one because I just need the deflector. We picked up that tractor, which is missing the hardware. So I'm like, I can't win. Ordered that because it is the holiday weekend. It's not going to ship till Tuesday. The cheapest one came in, and it comes with the hardware. Put that in your freaking ad. You're losing out on sales. How about that? All right. So this is good to go. I have the belts off for this, as you guys know. Needs a battery because that one is bad. It tested bad. It won't hold the charge for a couple of days. So there is no shorting it. My battery tester up. It's no good. Let's talk about this LT2000. You guys are gonna laugh, like, where are you getting all these covers from? Well, the Arians came with this cover and we kept it for this purpose. The Frakentractor came with a cover and we're keeping it for this purpose. So maybe when we buy another cover, maybe we could do 3 tractors at a time. So I'm gonna play a little, how about this? All right, listen, you guys know the tractor bug has bitten us. Will this start? Let's see. This battery tested good. Don't mind me. This thing purrs like a kitten. This thing was filthy, gross, and disgusting. Clearing this here. Alrighty. So I'm gonna play a little snippet of how this came about. And believe it or not, look, the deck is off already, see? You guys taught me how to take off a deck, and now like that, I want to drop a deck. I'm not sure if I spoke about you with this, but maybe if Henry watches this video for mowers and blowers, he'll remember this story. I never worked on a lawn tractor before, ever in my entire life. This guy was actually the first customer I've ever blacklisted. I fired him, got rid of him, okay? And here's the story. Lawn tractor didn't start. So I thought I diagnosed it for a battery, not battery, key switch, right? Going on YouTube, running some diagnostic checks, so that the key switch was no good. Now, I don't keep stuff, I don't keep parts in stock. So I told the guy, listen, it's gonna be the key switch, and this is how long it's gonna take to get here. He said, okay. Order the key switch, come back about 7-10 days later, give or take a little bit, and tractor's already fixed. He called somebody else. Why didn't you tell me this? Now I'm stuck with parts I'm never going to use because I don't fix tractors. So I ended up giving parts to Henry when we met later on. And after that, he would come here and I'm like, sorry, busy, can't help you. I fired him right there, right on this, like, you know what I mean? You just aggravated me. So next thing you know, the other day we got a knock on the door. It's him, and I was in the shower and he's talking to the missus, and he asks if he can get a ride home. And I'm like, huh? He is a very, very old guy, you'll see in the video. So lo and behold, the reason why I wanted a ride home is because he wanted to sell me the snowblower and his tractor. I've never seen this snowblower. As you can see, we started the process on this snowblower. So I'm going to recap some of the conversation that we had, and As you guys know, I paid $500 for the pair. It comes with the bagging system, a bunch of blades. He had this piece off. And as you guys see, because you know, I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I'm honest. Why would you take off this deck rod? You know, why is it off? And so maybe there's some issues. So there's also a thing is that because I'm an idiot, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought this was hydrostatic. So the one thing I couldn't figure out, and the reason why I thought it was hydrostatic, is that there's no like slots in the gears compared to something like this. You know, like I thought you had to like lock it into gear. So I thought it was hydrostatic, and there's nothing on the back to lock and unlock it. And this guy just, you know, because it doesn't run, you know, we push it out, and I'm like, dude, there's something missing here. So I called Henry Mows and Blowers because you know, I'm there already at this place, you know what I mean? I didn't have a chance to go home and look at it. And he says, nah, man, there's always supposed to be something there. I said, you know, let me call somebody else, get a second opinion. And he says the same thing. And I'm like, all right, so then I run home because I couldn't fit everything in the Honda, take the snowblower first, and I check this out. See, that's the piece I'm talking about, all right? That's missing. And I'm like, man, I see where it runs in the whole nine, and I asked, like, you know, them, can I order this piece in case it's missing, like it's broke? And they're like, yeah, you can do that. And I said, as long as I don't have to buy a whole transmission, we can do this. So then we get it home, and finally I realized this thing has to be in neutral. But I don't understand if this is hydrostatic or not, because two things. I have to look this up. But hydrostatic transmission should have a fan on top, which this does. This one just has a big ass pulley on there. And believe it or not, these belts are the same according to the part number. So 1/2 inch by 95 is for this tractor, and 1/2 inch by 95 is for that tractor. So that 1/2 inch by 95 is too big. That is not the original rear to this tractor or to that model number. Originally I thought, remember, now I'm looking at things, how the guy put one sticker over another. Look here, you have one sticker over another here. So he didn't play any games like that. I'm really tempted to see if I still remember that guy's phone number, see if I can get in touch with the guy who built this. Maybe I'll get him on camera and see what he could tell me about this tractor. You know, it is what it is. I'm not mad at him, just trying to figure this out. Now, when I do sell this thing, I split the owner's manuals from the tractor that the missus bought, that we just sold as is, and the manuals here. And in the manuals on there, I'm gonna write some part numbers down, and probably there's a belt diagram somewhere underneath here. I'm gonna put the correct size belt. So I did the 1/2 inch by 80, and that was way too tight. I got it to fit, it's just way too tight for me. I didn't like it. So I didn't want to put any stress on the bearings and whatnot. So I'm not sure. One last thing I want to do, because now we're waiting on time, is this pulley is hammered from taking it off. You know, the guy did, not me. You know, now that we got the bagging system for this, like this is going to be $1,000 plus tractor. So maybe I'm thinking about just ordering a new pulley so that one doesn't look hammered, or maybe I'll try and make it look a little pretty. This tractor here, this is the deck. It came with a bunch of blades, which I'm super excited about that we could put in there. This is reinforced. He is the original owner to this. Okay, I think today I'm gonna start the restoration process on it. Now, because I am a nut and I am a fanatic, things have to be a certain way. I actually ordered an anti-scalp wheel kit for this, just because. I know, call me crazy, call me stupid, but I wanna sell it with the anti-scalp wheels. This came with a hard bag and a soft bag, two different ones. I asked him if he had any extras, he said no. So the one that the missus got, that's on this tractor, came with 3 of these. So I'm going to make 2 soft bins for this, and I'll give the hard one to my buddy Brian, because he'll use this well before me. So this is pretty cool. This snow blower, you know, I didn't know it was gonna rain. So I just started to do the paint work on it, and then it started to rain out of nowhere. So I got chased inside. So that's gonna be today's goal, is continue the paint process on this, start the paint process on that, get this thing ready. So when the parts come in, we could put this together. But the thought process is hopefully by Tuesday, Wednesday, this thing could be up for sale, and hopefully have it sold by the end of the week. This thing needs belts and it needs an electric start. So I got to give my buddy Rob over at Bear Spares a buzz and see if he's got a starter for me. This is going to need belts because they're good, but they're cracked, and a friction disc. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on this because tractors are hot right now. Believe it or not, if that didn't come in our lap, I was going to actually head to Connecticut to grab a couple of tractors, and now we're not. Believe me, I asked the missus if I could, and the answer was no. Because now I know how easy it is to pull off decks. I could pull off the deck, hide the tractors in the back, and call it a day. But when we sold the tractor that needed work, all I did was I parked the tractor at the neighbor's, and I had the one here, and he took everything. So this is more of a vlog style, more of like, I guess, a tractor update. It's a nice day. It's a nice Sunday. I have all day to get as much as I can do and done. So yeah, so the rundown again, one last time. Frakentractor is done. We're just waiting on a drive belt, and I have to put a new battery in. This battery tested good, but they're saying because of its age, it needs to be replaced. Yeah, okay, we're keeping that. Redo the deck, install the scalp wheels. I know the wheels are white, we're restyling this. Now the crazy part is I had an epiphany, is that originally, for some reason, this is plastic. I wanted to paint this plastic part black, and I'm thinking about doing it still. I'm not sure. You know, can we get both front ends? You know, how would this look with the black front end? Because this plastic is faded, which is fine, but you know, we'll see. I don't want to make this thing too perfect. You know, it's bad enough as is. I ended up painting the muffler on this, and I'll show you that on the final reveal. And I painted the muffler on this, and you know, you could tell it's been done, but I'm thinking about wording it like, you know, there's a protective coating on mufflers for a reason, and that is to keep heat down to prevent vapor lock or blowing the head gasket. So maybe I'm saying that, you know, the muffler is recoated for engine temps. This does have an intake kit built onto the hood. This does not have an intake kit on it, but I got one from my buddy Brian that I was supposed to put on this tractor. So I'm gonna put it on this one. For some reason, call me crazy, call me stupid, I like intake kits. I believe it's cool, it looks better, it's like that extra thing to it. I'm probably gonna go out and buy a bunch of them. My buddy Brian says people don't even care, they don't even know if it's missing or not, because he had a tractor for sale and he took the intake kit off of it for me. So he's like, yeah, someone's gonna buy it and they're not even gonna notice that it's missing. I'm like, okay. So that's that. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me in the driveway today. This is a quick little update vlog. As you can see, I got my work cut out for me, and it's a really nice day. Let's get some Pan Cam Picasso, Restoring restoration going. All right, guys, later.